is not my friend. So you're going to have to forgive me because I have my comfort notes right here. With that camera there, I'm going to block it out. Okay, so I'm here. I actually have to stick to my notes because I am so passionate about this subject. I can get off on tangents very quickly, and I know what my time limit is. So here we go. Digital services, digital disruption, right? I mean, that's really what it is. Some of you know this. My first career was in media, and about a month after I took the advertising director position, the economy tanked. Newspapers fell out of graces with the public. Stock prices plummeted. Ad revenue tanked along with the economy. And we were trying like heck to figure out how to monetize the digital platform that so many of us growing up in the print world could not get our heads twisted on differently. And as an industry, it hurt us. You know that many newspapers went out of business because of it. Okay, flash forward. My second career, United Way. Disruption from every angle, right? But we're not here to talk about all that. Digital disruption. And think about, now there's good that goes along with this, but think about what social media has done to our world. I mean, how many times do we have to chase and defend our CEO salary or our overhead rates because of how quickly it is to get that fake news out about what's happening in our world? Benavity, third-party processors, what they brought to our industry in terms of technology and reinventing or re-engineering processes. Now on the good side, look at what Unify is doing for our world. Bringing technology. Unify is going to change my world. This year I'm moving every bit of my finance function to Unify. So that's great, good disruption. Okay, GoFundMe, technology. Anyone at any time for any cause can create fundraising opportunities and donors can donate in just a couple of clicks, right? So transformation is happening whether we like it or not and whether we recognize it or not. Leadership and organizational capacity are the two barriers that nonprofits have when it comes to digital transformation. Leadership and organizational capacity. You can't simply use technology to automate an analog task, or system. A successful company has technology deeply entrenched in everything that they do. We have to have a strategy. We have to prioritize leadership and organizational capacity. Am I scaring anybody? No. Good, because that's not really my message. My message is to level set your thinking about all the great things that are happening right now. Because guess what? We have a digital strategy. We have innovative technology. We have leadership with what Worldwide is doing with Salesforce, who is a company that is completely entrenched in technology. Our partnership with them immediately gives us credibility in the community. We have leadership and organizational capacity with our digital services team. Instant capacity. We have capacity when we work as a cohort. So we have those. Now, 4 years ago when I joined United Way, I was naive enough to think that I could go out and get the 500,000 people in my county really excited about our new work, right? About 2 years ago, when we started talking about digital services, I agreed to jump in without blinking because I knew then there was no way I was ever going to reach all of those people in our community with our great new work. It wasn't going to happen, at least not quickly and inexpensively, right? So, when the opportunity came up, I said yes. I recall Lucy and Ann, actually, saying to us in a meeting, clean your data now, clean your data now, clean your data now. And we were months ahead of this coming, but I heard that and we did it. As soon as I went back, I put one of my team members on that task. She had a team of volunteers that were comfortable with inputting data, and they got our priority fields cleaned up pretty fast. We also input any business card from any contact we made in the community, which was usually a meaningful conversation, into that system. I forgot to tell you that my board approved this investment right away, without blinking either, I think because that's how I presented it to them. I mean, for me it wasn't an option. Big investment, sure, but what's the loss if you don't? So we made cleaning the data a priority. I know that had everything to do with the total click rate that Melanie likes to brag about when we launched the first Make Your Moment quiz. Phenomenal results. That honestly was all about the data. The first cohort, okay guys, it was a little bumpy, right? It was new. A little bit of a language barrier, I think. I mean, there is different speak around the digital world. Little bit of fear, which leads to a little bit of lack of trust. And you know, we execs like to control things, right? But for those of you that are just jumping in or considering jumping in, we've worked all that out for you. Here's another, so clean your data. Another important point is when we got into identifying our impact stories for the Beyond Your Control, we realized that our stories were lame if they existed at all. So, or they were somebody else's story. So it forced us to take a step back and really think through what our products are. You need to do that whether you move into this digital new world or not. But that process forced us to do it. Oh my gosh, and then we found out about Kantar at the last big meeting, the psychographic data that comes along with the package. Wow. So we realized that we could literally customize our communication to appeal to different donor segments. What? Donor segmentation? Right? I mean, it's an amazing opportunity. Again, we never would have been able to do that on our own. So, as I suspect I am running out of time, there are 3 things that I want to encourage you to do if you are not in the cohort, which is the majority of folks in the room, right? Number 1, find a way to join a cohort sooner than later. I used UIN dollars to pay for that investment. Understand and let IUW, Melanie, Jaron in particular, perform their role. They have your back. They are talented, they are knowledgeable, they are patient, ask questions, and probably most important, set realistic expectations. If you are going into the cohort and think that you're going to get every dollar that you've invested back in donations the first year, it's not going to happen. I mean, think about the giants, Amazon. I mean, they've been in business for 24 years. They didn't get their investment back overnight. Be patient, strap in, enjoy the ride.
Great job. Okay, TED Talk number 1, fantastic. So we do have 4 new United Ways that joined the cohort. So we are up to 12. So that's good. 12 out of 55. We're making progress. We're going to talk more about that a little bit later in the program. So you ready, Tanya?
Yeah.
Fast track.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Come on up. Fast track. Fast track.
So
Donor-centered impact, sometimes known as fast track. Fast track.
just keep saying it.
My annual meeting is done. I'm exhausted. This is what you have now. Fast track. Don't watch us. Just talk amongst yourselves.
Just talk for a moment. Just going to take a minute.
Dun, 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 dun. Yes. And if you're a Facebook friend with Tanya, I think we should record this and put it on Facebook. And it will be, will be her daughters making something, and it will then be Tanya doing the fast track, right?
Yeah. Instagram. I hear Instagram's pretty good.
No thanks. No thanks. Okay. All right. Sorry. I knew that was gonna. I should have. Do I need this? Yes. Okay. Thank you all for letting me talk about fast track. And thank you for letting me get all this stuff out. So if you're sitting here wondering, fast track, what is it, right? Well, fast track is amazing. So if you're, again, not in a cohort, you're going to hear kind of something reiterated that Lisa's already said.